Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, the 11th President of India, has throughout his life worked tirelessly to maintain the secular character of India. He believed firmly in unity in diversity. He always used to say that India is home to 6 major religions in the world, and he wanted to establish a link between these religions. He used to say that every religion is like an island, and a beautiful island, but there is no connectivity between these islands, and his ambition throughout his life was to maintain a close bond and linkage between the religions. And he used to say that by doing so he will be able to contribute to the communal harmony and also to present India as a country who firmly believes in tolerance, who believes in diversity, who believes in plurality and multiplicity of views, and every view should be respected and tolerated. Dr. Kalam was born in a place called Rameshwaram, which is also one of the important dhams for Hindus. This is a lifelong ambition of a Hindu to visit Rameshwaram Shiva temple. So he used to say that I still remember the memories of my childhood when he used to play around Shiva temple in Rameshwaram, as well as come back to the mosque near his house where his father was an imam. So his father was an imam of the mosque, but his father was a very close friend of head priest of temple in Rameshwaram, the famous Shiva temple. And he used to say that he still remember how his father, attired in clothes which are generally worn by imams of the mosques, and how the head priest Shastrigal of the Shiva temple, they used to discuss for hours together important religious, social and political issues. And whenever there was any confusion or there was any problem, they used to call Hindus and Muslims and Christians all at one place, and they used to address the community irrespective of religion simultaneously. So one of the solution which he gave of the problems of communal strife or diversity or conflict of views, which create sometimes very brutal kind of violence also, that religious leaders of all the religions and communities should address their people together and try to resolve the differences. It is not possible that if one person who is the leader of a particular community is addressing their followers at one place, then the other leader is addressing their people on the other place, and that way they are not able to resolve the differences. Differences can be resolved if you address them in one go at one place under one roof. And he always believed that unless the religions come together and unless people attend each other's functions, celebrations, try to understand the core values of religion, these differences will always remain. And India cannot prosper, cannot become a developed nation unless we are a totally coherent, united nation. Dr. Kalam also worked throughout his life for the development of the country. His mission was and his ambition was to make India a developed country by 2020, for which he gave various programs even before he became President of India. And after he became President of India, he emphasized on both the governments which were there during his tenure, NDA government as well as UPA government, to work for achieving developed nation status for the country. And that was possible, according to him, was only when we are able to remove the divide between urban and rural India, and similar kind of amenities and facilities we have to provide in rural areas. At the same time, we have to keep our people in close bondage and unity. There should be no disturbance to the peace. Communal accord should be maintained at all levels and at all costs. Only then India will become a prosperous, united country. he used to give example of so many civilizations and nations which were destroyed in the process of this conflict of society. And he said that India, if wants to remain India, a country of 1.3 billion people, it is only possible if we live in perfect harmony with each other and work for the development of the country unitedly. Hindus, Muslims, Christians, Sikhs, Bauths, Parsis, they have to work as a team, as a cohesive team for the national development. As far as Dr. Kalam's working is concerned, actually Dr. Kalam became a very popular leader of the country, irrespective of religion, race, caste, sex. He was extremely popular in South India. Similarly, he was popular in North India, West India, East India. Wherever he used to go, thousands and thousands of people used to come and visit and meet to listen to him. He became such a popular person that I remember during one of his visits, one of the police officers was commenting that he had never seen such huge crowds after the death of Mrs. Indira Gandhi. He used to say that Indira Gandhi used to command such massive crowds as Dr. Kalam was having as President of India in various parts of the country. Wherever he used to travel, thousands and thousands of people used to come on roads, which is hardly seen for any political functionary or the president during the last at least I have not seen during my the time of my memory. So Dr. Kalam, apart from being President of India and a statesman, he was also a distinguished scientist. He worked throughout his life for the development of space and aeronautical science in the country, as well as he worked with the atomic team for the Pokhran 2 explosion which took place in 1998, where India became an atomic power. And in fact, that was Dr. Kalam's selection of the date, and he had 11th May 98, particularly 11th May, and he said that I had chosen the date and he had recommended that we should do this explosion on 11th May because that was also Budh Purnima. So he wanted to give a message that the Bodh is stout for peace, but sometimes for peace you have to acquire strength also, because he also used to say that strength respects strength and ensures peace. So this was his thinking, and particularly in the context of any political or social situation, Dr. Kalam's views are very relevant even today. If we particularly remember his views on tolerance, plurality, cohesion of religions, bonds and linkages between religions. He also used to say that every religion has two components. One is the essential religious practices and the other is the spiritual aspect of the religion, which is common to all the religions. Every religion believes in love, peace, compassion, equality of people, dignity of human being. So we should highlight those aspects of religions rather than those particular religious dogmas which are peculiar to every religion. That they can follow as far as their religion is concerned, but whenever it is the question of dealing with other people of the society, we should highlight the spiritual content of the religion. As far as your another part of the question is concerned, former President of India, Shri Pranab Mukherjee, attending a function at RSS headquarters, to me it is a non-issue, and if Pranabji decided to visit, decided to accept an invitation from the RSS headquarters to attend a function there, this is a matter between him and the RSS, and I don't see any reason, and I have no locus standi to comment on that. To me, it is totally not an issue of public debate.